Hello, welcome. It's Friday. I've got a legend, a true legend of YouTube. Introduce
Where?
yourself, please.
I'm looking for a legend. Where's the legend? I don't know. I can't see him. Oh, it's me. Is it? It's me. I'm the
Yeah,
legend.
true.
My name is JB Jonathan Brown. I am a beer reviewer on YouTube. I've been doing it for 6 years. A very, very long time. And believe you me, it's changed dramatically over the years. The amount of people have come along, come and gone, and yeah, so that's me.
So,
My channel. Gone.
You got to have more to that. How did you get started then? What made you start a YouTube channel?
Watching another beer reviewer. Hi Shane. It was Terry Kay was the pioneer for me. I've said it on many occasions. Hello Scott, mate.
Hi Scott, hi Wanda.
From watching him, really, and the good thing about Terry Kay was he made you fall in love with beer. He was so enthusiastic when he reviewed beer, it rubbed off on you, and you ended up becoming embroiled in his enthusiasm as well. You know.
Yeah. It's more about the personality, I think, sometimes with some of the channels than the beer.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I think that the personality is key. You know, is you make people, you get people to fall in love with you, if you know what I mean. Not
because if they trust you, then they'll kind of trust your judgment.
Yeah,
and they'll introduce them to things, something like that.
Yeah,
I haven't been able to do that.
Yeah, basically that's in a nutshell. If you know, if you're a good salesman or something, you'll be good at reviewing beer, really. If you've got the gift of the gab, then you'll be good at doing it.
Yeah. Oh, and apologies, I think we're slightly early. We just said we'd go for it.
Yeah.
So we're coming. Hi, Alan. How you doing?
Hello, Alan. Terry Kay, the man, the legend. He certainly was, and he was a pioneer. He's way ahead of his time. Thank you very much, Scott, for that.
Yes.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't mind being underrated at all.
So,
go on.
Good points and bad points, and I always ask this: what's the good points and bad points about making YouTube videos or social media?
The good points for me is that you've got to enjoy it, haven't you? You got to get what you can out of it. If you enjoy the beer or enjoy your subject, you will enjoy it. But the bad points for me is I can see the popularity. If someone's channel got popular, maybe I've seen people change over the years. The bigger they've got, you know, going back a few years ago, I did notice a particular person change the bigger they got with their channel. And for me, it's all about, you know, enjoying it. Just, you know, I'm not after being a big channel. I just want to like enjoy drinking beer, and hopefully people enjoy watching us, and that's what it's all about for me. It's not about, you know, views or whatever. It doesn't, you know, I like to have the right people watch me, if you know what I mean.
Okay. So the bad points then, any bad comments stick out? That's always
the bad comments.
Yeah.
The bad comments. I mean, I'm quite thick-skinned. I mean, where bad comments are concerned, I don't really, you know, if I get comments in my videos, I'm not really that, you know, bad ones I'm not really bothered with. I think we have too much reliability on social media. You know, everyone's very much reliant on technology as well, which for me, I suppose it's changed the generation of people in a way, because more and more people getting more reliant on technology and things. But I mean, used in the right way, media, social media is a great thing, but you always get it used against, or kind of like abused, if you know what I mean. So, for me, I've had some crap over the years from certain people, but it doesn't really bother me. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe start. I had some fairly interesting comments, but I don't have to go back on them.
No, God. Yeah, he's got, Scott's got a point in that comment. You just got to keep it real and keep it honest. And I suppose if you got too big, and you got, for me, a true YouTuber, if you want to call them that, are people who keep it real, even though they get big. They still do brilliant content, and they got their feet on the ground. And
well, it's gotten wonder to people who I've watched.
Definitely, that's
and they haven't changed.
No, and
Wanda hasn't changed. Scott has.
No, but the brilliant thing about Scott and Wanda's channel is that they've kept it real. They kept it kind of like feet on the ground, but they showcase of what good things you can do with YouTube. Especially when I had this charity thing. And it's great to see. And when you see the amount of effort they put into their videos, and it's great to see a channel like that grow.
Yeah, it is. Genuine people.
Yeah.
This question kind of leads on to it. Promotional products. Have you been offered? Have you done any promotion work? What do you think of it?
It's not my thing. Promotional works. No, it's not my thing. I'm not really.
Offered?
No.
Have breweries come to you? Has anyone said or bottle shops?
I've had beers. The problem I have is if I get say if a brewery sent me some beer.
Yeah.
Would I feel obliged to say how great it is because they sent me a beer? Would I feel that pressure that I've got to be dishonest in a review, if you know what I mean? I think me personally, I'm just truthful in what I say, what I think is right, and I've never been, my arm has never been twisted regarding that, and I think if I was, forced to do something like that, I don't think I would do it. I know I wouldn't do it because it's just I'm not into make, big corporations or big breweries or whatever. I'm not here for their benefit. I'm here for, my viewers' benefit, Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You got to.
Excuse your judgment, I think, maybe a bit if someone, especially if there's some of the bigger ones, send you stuff, you'll be more inclined to give it a positive spin.
Yeah, I'm not into that. To me, I see it from a point of view. Every review I do is from the point of view of walking into a shop and buying the beer yourself. Because you pay using your money, you're buying that beer, and when you do a review, you want to get your first reaction to that beer. Because you spent money on it. So if you think it's rubbish, then you're gonna say it's rubbish. But someone sent me, for a brewery to send me a nice box of stuff, it's all rather good, but I'm not gonna be dissuaded in what I think of something. You got to keep it real. Got to keep it honest.
And would you go for more local beers then, and then we say this supermarket? Because in the UK, you seem to have a lot of supermarket beer releases, a lot more than we have here.
I used to chase the beers, like a lot of people. When they had the first wave of beers in the British supermarkets, it was all kind of like a new thing. And I used to chase them. We all did. If you look at all the reviewers, When a new beer comes out, there's always someone there who will just stick it on straight away. And over time, I wasn't enjoying it as much doing it that way, because it felt like you're in some sort of race to get the beer up before anybody else, and it wasn't like that. It kind of like spoilt it, you know. I like to get back to the point where I can walk into a shop. Oh, there's something there I've never seen before. I'll try it. But over the year, we've all done it, kind of like chasing beers. But you learn over time that it doesn't really matter. You know, you're gonna buy it if you're in a shop, or you're gonna buy it, you know, whenever you go there. So that's my attitude now. I'll just pick up anything, you know. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think of the quality? Was it mostly poor, or was there a baseline of beers that were okay?
Well, in the supermarket.
Yeah, them supermarket beers.
There's a pattern. I always found there was a pattern in the supermarkets. You would have two real stunning beers amongst them, then you get a load of mediocre beers, and then you get a few really rubbish beers. The beers which are quite embarrassing. And I think for the price point with the supermarkets, they're selling them with what they're selling them at. You're not going to get a brilliant beer all the time. It's just impossible, I think. And I think there has been a pattern over the years where you're going to have two brilliant beers and you're going to have a lot of mediocre stuff as well. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, that was definitely fun video, Scott. It was about that.
Yeah. Yeah, because here, we say Aldi and Lidl both have their own range of beers, which are pretty solid for the price point. They're kind of $1.95 for the 440 mils.
Yeah.
Both are two different ranges. Solid if you go into them. Not amazing, but they're reliable. And they'll have other beers there too. They don't seem to go for that making a beer for a little bit of time, and because they had the William brothers in Scotland. They had some of their beers about, we say, 10 years ago when they first came here.
Yeah.
They got rid of them pretty quickly.
Aye. Yeah. But you find out they have the same breweries as well, don't they? It's the same old breweries in certain stores. I think they must just stay with the same breweries because I know they can kind of like justify the demand, what big supermarkets demand from them. You know, instead of having, you know, a few little new names up there would be nice, I think.
Yeah. I suppose next question, how do you think beer industry has been affected by COVID-19, or has it been affected?
I think, well, it has, hasn't it? The pubs have been hammered with this, and I think what is shown me that how well some brewers have adjusted, especially to supplying beer through shops or throughout mail order. And I think the mail order, the internet especially, has been a bit of a saving grace for the industry. I think it's kept a lot of breweries going. Obviously, with the pubs shut and that, it was a big, for a traditional brewery, you know, the pub shutting is a bad thing, you know. Yeah, if you go to Black Sheep, Theakston and Black Sheep are just down the road from me. I mean, Black Sheep mothballed all the way through COVID, and you know, for breweries that size to rely on just mail order and bottles, it's a big asking point. But for a craft brewery, I think the craft breweries have done all right because, you know, there's such a high demand for craft beer at the moment. I think they've done well within mail order and everything like that. But for the big traditional boys, I think they must have struggled quite well. But over time, it should recover.
Yeah, and you think would you say many breweries have gone to the wall? Would say traditional breweries in the UK?
Pardon?
how many traditional breweries then gone to the wall in the UK because of that? Because then not
I
having
haven't really heard of any big boys going to the wall. I mean, like I say, I think government must have helped them out a certain degree. Obviously with the furlough for a lot of their workers, but I haven't. There's no all the breweries where I am are still going. I haven't.
yeah.
They've carried on, so it's a good thing. But I think if it carried on any longer, I think we'll be looking at big closures of breweries. If we had, say, the COVID went on for another 6 months, I think we would have been in dire straits. I think from the cask beer point of view.
And what about some of the pubs? Did you say some of them are going to be taken over, or
Well, I think especially where Black Sheep and Theakston's are concerned, because that's where they are. Everywhere I am, it's all Black Sheep and Theakston's. They've kept all their pubs. They haven't sold any stock off. Where pubs are concerned, they've kept them all. The private kind of like free house type of pub, I think is they. I think the majority, some of them will be worried. But where I live, there's a lot of community pubs. I mean, there's a pub about 3-4 mile away. They're building, they're asking for shareholders, so they're asking the community to kind of like come in to buy shares in them. I think that is the future, especially where I am in Yorkshire. All the country pubs, I think more and more communities are starting to, save the village pub. It's important, I think, and that'll have a knock-on effect for the supply of beer as well. So I think that's the future. Really, I think more and more.
what kind of percentage would be, we say, independent pubs, and what would be kind of a brewery-owned pubs around you?
At the moment, I would say I would say 90% is brewery owned where I am.
Wow.
Where I am.
Yeah.
And about a small percentage is, a free house community pub. Very small, but I think as years go by, I think more and more there'll be more and more community pubs. I think it's a great way as well to like get communities together, having a community pub.
Yeah,
but
there probably isn't a wage maybe as there was for someone to full time, is there? There's less money out of it, so if someone doesn't have to make a profit.
Yeah. I mean, maximum you can invest in the community pubs £25,000.
No.
And the smallest is £100. So
yeah. So next question, if you can see it on the screen.
What's my favourite kind of food to cook or eat? Or what's it go to? What do you usually have for breakfast? Go. What do I have for breakfast? I'll start with me breakfast. What do I have for breakfast? I like porridge. I'll go for porridge.
Do you make a porridge? Sorry.
Well, I'll get one of them packs you just microwave, didn't you? I haven't got time in the morning to do proper porridge.
Do you make it with water? Do you make it with milk?
I'll put milk. I always put milk in it.
Okay.
I always put milk in it. Sometimes put. God.
I'm not a porridge fan myself, but water and doesn't.
That's my favourite type of food. I mean, I like fish and chips. I like Sunday roast. I like Indians. To cook, I can't cook. I can't even boil an egg. I can't boil an egg. I'm not
that's your next challenge for Spice and Easy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm partial to cat food as well.
I don't believe you can cook now. You're 40 years of age.
What? I could do beans on toast. I can do that.
Okay.
That's you wouldn't get me on. You, yeah, they are. See, Scott knows the business. See,
It is Scott we're talking about now.
he knows what we're talking about. He knows what we're talking about. You wouldn't get me on an episode of
Wanda has to make a packed lunch for him, so he can't cook either. So.
Oh right, yeah. He's not the only one there.
Easy question.
How much do I spend on beer a month? Not a lot, to be honest. You'd be surprised. I'll be lucky if I spend 30 to 40 quid a month on beer. And that's true.
Sure?
Yeah. But everything I buy, I review. So it's I don't really spend a lot on beer, to be honest. What would I pick for my last meal?
Yeah.
When my last meal, is that when I'm on death row or something, or is it see if I'm on death row and I'm gonna get frazzled on the chair, what am I gonna have? What would I have for my last meal? I don't know. Toad in the hole. There you go. I like a bit toad in the hole.
I'll go 3 courses. Come on, what are you going to starter meal and dessert?
Oh, it's a 3 course, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
I must be getting lethal injection then. I'll go with what am I going to have for starters? I'll have parsnip soup. I knew he spends more. He spent that on a can of Ronsil. I'll have parsnip soup. I'll have Sunday roast. Make it pork, but the pork's got to be that amount of fat on with loads of hair sticking everywhere. Hairy pork. And I'll have treacle toffee pudding for afters. Just before I go to... yeah, see? Yeah, see, look, I'm quite tight, aren't I, really?
Yeah.
Must be the Yorkshire in me.
Well, that's all I spend on beer kind of month, about 30 euros.
Yeah.
That's all it's worth spend.
Yeah, just
yeah.
3 famous
people you would invite.
Oh, that's a good question. 3 famous dead people. Well, they'll have to be funny people to make me laugh, because I need a laugh at my dinner party. I don't know. Who would I invite? Who would I invite? 3 dead people. I'm trying to think who's dead at the moment. Who's dead at the moment? We would have 3 dead people. Who's dead? Who's dead? Who's died? That's a hard question, to be honest. I would go for Kenneth Williams. He was a laugh, wasn't he? I remember about the Carry On films.
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah. I'll also go for Lemmy. Lemmy from Motorhead. He would be a good laugh. He'll be a good laugh. Him. And the third, Kenneth Williams and Lemmy. That was a bit of a mix-up there. And the third person, that's a strange conversation between them two, Kenneth Williams and Lemmy. The third one, I would go for Brian Blessed's still alive, isn't he?
I'm useless with celebrities, so...
Nah. Well, if he was dead, if Brian Blessed was dead, I'll have him at the table as well. So you got Kenneth Williams, you got Lemmy, and Brian Blessed. God, that was a weird conversation, wasn't it?
Okay, then you're so enthused by that question. 3 living celebrities that are popular at the moment.
I mean, what? As in 3 living celebrities? Who would I invite round? 3. Yeah, Jim Morrison. Yeah, Jim Morrison, Jimmy Edwards. 3 living ones.
Yeah.
Jimmy Savile. Three living. I would have three living celebrities. Now, that's a tough one. I'd have Ian Wright because I like Ian Wright. He'll be a good laugh.
Okay.
And I'll have Roy Keane as well. Roy Keane's a good laugh as well.
Yeah.
That'll be good together. And the third one, who would I have? Oh, crikey. Who would I have? Who would I have as a third one? I don't know. Who would I have as a... It's a hard question, this. The third living celebrity. Someone who would get on with them two. Going back to my childhood, I'm trying to remember who was...
Sir Alex Ferguson, there you go. Right here,
Who?
Sir Alex Ferguson, there you go.
Alex Ferguson. No, Patrick
Yeah.
Vieira. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of any famous people. It's terrible.
Oh, here. We'll go for a bit unusual question.
Would
then.
you
Go on.
would you
Would you
obey
pay
an
louder
order?
than her?
Would you help someone in trouble? In what circumstances would you steal? Well, first of all, would I obey an order to hurt someone? No. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't hurt anybody.
What if your cat's life was online?
My cat's life was online.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe yeah. What? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yes.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I better. Yeah. Would you help someone in trouble? In what circumstance would you? Well, would I help someone in trouble? Yes, I would. I would help somebody in trouble. I think
So
it's...
you'd hide, we say, a ton of cocaine, then.
Yeah. What circumstances would you steal? For what circumstance? Again, what would I steal?
So, say you have no money,
Yeah,
you're going hungry, you're in Tesco, it's the discount aisle, the food's going to be thrown out, the people in the store don't care, it's whatever, it's 12 o'clock at night,
yeah,
they're stocking shelves. Would you steal
Yeah.
the food? Okay, yeah, see what's there.
yeah. Of course I would. Yeah, I'll steal it.
People
I'm not
that
very
show
good at these interviews, am I? Mine goes blank, doesn't it? Getting a bloody good grilling here.
Well, if you watched before, I asked the same questions just a bit differently.
Oh, right.
And people-
Okay. Yeah, I would steal. Yeah, I'll steal. Yeah, definitely. I'll go and
This is a bit
steal a load of
unusual.
food. Yeah.
First unusual
Help
question I'm gonna ask.
nature. No, perfect day. Who is your hero? What would you sing at karaoke night? Bloody no. Perfect day. Who is my hero? I've got bloody hero. I've got a hero. Ain't you up there? What would you sing at karaoke night? Well, I used to when I was drunk. I did a very, very good version of Africa by Toto years ago when I was drunk.
Hi, Bradley.
All right, hello, Beardy. I did do a very good version of Africa by Toto years ago. But my hero, have I got a hero? Terry Kay is a hero.
Well, you've dedicated your channel to someone, so could that be your hero?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, well, I had to because he was had such an influence. Yeah, but I've got lots of heroes really. A lot of them are musicians. Eddie Van Halen used to be a hero of mine. Well, still is. I used to love Eddie Van Halen. Rory Gallagher was a hero of mine as well. So, yeah, I've got loads. Yeah, I know. That's terrible, isn't it? What a song to sing, isn't it? Yes, I like Lemmy. We all like Lemmy. He was a character. He was a real rock and roller, Lemmy. He was a real deal, wasn't he? Lemmy. Definitely.
So you're going to answer, okay, perfect day now. First question, perfect day. Answered.
Well, perfect day. Get up, do a live stream, 6 o'clock in the morning, crack open a load of beer. Get that down. Go downstairs. Fry up the biggest steak for breakfast, like that.
Okay.
Then wander over to the pub across the road from me. 12
Okay.
o'clock. I'm half cut already. In there, like you do. Sink a load of, sink a couple of, about 4 or 5 Guinnesses. Come out, still half cut. Come back to me house. Cook up a great big fry up. Mess in a pan, black pudding, everything like that. Bacon. Have a load of that. Yeah, I know, that was brilliant, wasn't it? Then I'll go back on the beer again and fall asleep. That's my perfect day, really. Getting drunk and eating lots.
So, okay, who's your hero then? Answer that next one. Happiness.
My hero.
Yeah, who's your hero?
My hero has to be, I would say, Neil Peart. Have you ever heard of a guy called Neil Peart?
No, never heard of him.
He was a drummer. One of the best drummers that ever lived. I think he's my hero. I've been listening to him for years. So there you go.
So what musical instrument do you play then?
Huh?
What musical instrument do you play? If a drummer is your hero, right? You must play the
Well,
drums.
my musical instrument was the one I learnt at school, and that was the recorder. 3 Blind Mice and London Bridge is Falling Down. Still how to play. I haven't got. Yeah, I know it was Christmas morning. Yeah, he was. Brilliant. Yeah, there you go. That's
Okay, we'll move on to an easier question for you then. This is going to be much easier.
Bad habits. The most important person in my life is my wife.
Okay,
so we'll get that out of the way before I get into trouble. My bad habits. I've got lots of bad habits. What do you mean? You know, not flushing the toilet. That's a bad habit, I suppose. What else? Kind of like my bad habits are little irritating things what irritate kind of like women. You know, leaving the toilet seat up. You know, going downstairs and kind of like I don't know, leaving a mess in the kitchen or farting. I'm a good farter, so there'll be bad habits. Talking a load of gibberish as well. That's a bad habit.
Well, yeah, you haven't overcome any of these bad habits, seemingly.
No, bad habits are there for life. It's part of my charisma, I think.
What, like an old dog? You can't teach any new tricks? Is it something like that?
No, I'm definitely an old dog. The only thing that being an old dog's about, you can't lick your balls, can you? No. Yeah, more point. Oh, yeah. My lowest point in your life. What makes you really angry? Do you wake up happy or sad? Lowest point in my life was when my dad died. That was the lowest point. Died at early age, 58. Died out of the blue. Shocked everybody. Shocked me whole family. And yeah, that was the lowest point. What makes you really angry? Animal cruelty makes me really angry. You know, fox hunting makes me angry. I'm not, you know, I'm not against hunting, but if you're going to hunt something, eat it. You know, if you kill something, you should eat it, not kill something just for a laugh. So that makes me angry. That type of thing. Anything like animal cruelty is a big negative for me. Definitely. Do I wake up happy or sad? I wake up and think, Jesus Christ, what day is it? So I don't think I'm happy, but I don't think I'm sad. I'm just like a zombie. It takes about 2 hours for me to wake up.
Okay. So the glass is definitely half empty then, is it?
Depends what mood I'm in.
That's why I'm asking if you're happy or sad. So
I don't know. I suppose I'm majority happy. I would say happy. No, I haven't got any tattoos at all. I haven't got zilch. Nothing. I've got too much hair on my body. I'm like an ape. So you wouldn't be able to see any tattoos on me. If you know what I mean. Earliest childhood memory. God, earliest childhood memory. Crikey. I'm trying to think now. Earliest child. What was my earliest memory? My earliest memory. Because isn't it weird? You start to forget stuff over the years as you get older.
yeah. I can't remember what happened yesterday. So
my earliest childhood memory was I went to St. Ives in Cornwall with my family, and I must have been 3 or 4 because they never kind of like let me forget it. I pissed myself underneath this bridge in St. Ives, and apparently I pissed myself really, really badly. Apparently, went everywhere, and that's me. I do remember that pissing myself in St. Ives all them years ago. It was my very first crush.
You can go celebrity if you can't remember your first person.
Well, actually, my first crush was a celebrity. It was Kim Wilde.
Okay, I can't picture
and Heather Locklear as well.
Okay, I'm terrible with celebrity. I'll have to look them up later.
She was in TJ Hooker with William Shatner. There you go.
Okay, and was it your first crush then, as somebody you know, or your first?
No, I did. Actually, I did like my German teacher at school. She was good. She was lovely. She was. Cool. I wasn't the only one, I think, who had a crush on her. Everyone wanted detention with her. I can't remember her name though. Yeah, I can't remember her name though, but I think she was kind of like on the mind of every male in that classroom, definitely. Yeah, a bit of Kim Wilde. Yeah, the German teacher. I can't remember her name, but I'll tell you what. I mean,
hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve. Hello, mate. Yeah, we all had the Twitch. We all had the Twitch in class. We did. All the boys, but I can't remember her name.
See how memories come back to you.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, she was very voluptuous. Put it that way. Are you religious? Do you believe in ghosts or do you believe in aliens? Are we alone? Well, am I religious? It would be nice to be religious. I think it would be nice to have that belief that religion is good and stuff, but religion is a very bad thing. It divides people, doesn't it? It divides. Yeah, you might have had the same German teacher as me, Alan. You could definitely have had the same German teacher as me. So I'll tell you what, if she took them glasses off and let her hair down and hitched that skirt up, cool. Yeah.
We're bringing back some childhood dreams here.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, childhood, teenager, wet dreams. Going back to religion, I think there's a lot of war, a lot of kind of like, people falling out over religion, and I don't really. I'm not a fan of religion at all. If you believe in something and you get something good out of it, then that's good for you. But for me, I think that it can be very damaging, can't it? Religion. So I tend to steer clear of it in a way. I can't remember the rest of the question, to be honest.
What was it? There you go.
Do I believe in ghosts? I think, yeah, I do. I do believe in ghosts. There's been lots of things in my life where things have happened and you think to yourself, yeah, I think there could be some sort of afterlife regarding ghosts. When I was a child, the house next door to me was haunted, allegedly. And I do believe in something being cursed in a way, if you know what I mean. From something, say something happened badly somewhere. Miss Murray, no, I won't know. No, Miss Murray. But it's cause of, yeah, it is. It's a lot of, but I think there is ghosts. I think there is, you know, I'm a believer in the spirit, the human spirit, definitely. What's the last bit of that question? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Do I believe in aliens? Are we alone? Well, I look at it in more or less a scientific way. There's nothing to suggest that we aren't alone, is there? Really?
Well, why, if we are alone, or if we're not alone, why haven't they contacted us?
Well, would you contact? I'll tell you what. I'll turn that around. If you were an alien and you were looking at us on this planet and looking what a mess we're making of this, you think, God, look at the human race, what a bunch of idiots on that small planet Earth, mucking it up. Do you really want to get involved with the human race? Because we're, you know what I mean?
Just come wipe us out and take all our lovely natural resources that we've wasted.
Well, but we're destroying that anyway. I hope he's going on about his geography teacher. No, my geography teacher was all right. My geography teacher was a bit of a plonker because what we did was he was such an idiot. We kind of like we pushed his Citroen car right into the sandpit at school and got it stuck in it. I remember that. Anyway, going back to,
did you go to where you had a sandpit at that age?
You know, the long jump. You know, you had the long jump.
Right.
Yeah, and that was kind of like at the bottom of the car park, and the geography teacher used to leave his manky old blue Citroen in the car park. He used to leave the handbrake off, and he never left it in gear either. So what we did was one break at school, we pushed it all the way into the sandpit, and he couldn't get it out. He had got it stuck in it. Anyway, going back to the alien stuff. Oh, crikey, was that Carol Vorderman? Yeah. Anyway, coming back to the aliens, are we alone at the moment? I think we are. If a big spaceship came towards us and I looked at our planet and looked at us, I think, sod this, we're going on somewhere else. We're not getting involved with these bunch of idiots on this planet. So everyone's thinking about their teachers now, aren't
they? Well, you can always check out your teacher, find her, track her down, and
yeah, I will do. I will now. She'll be old. She'll be old, and she'll be old now. She'll be all wrinkly and horrible.
That's how it works. People used to get older.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So school. We'll go back to school with you. What were you like at school?
A twat. Hey, I'll just set the cat out.
Okay, no problem.
Go on. Right.
Hi, Vanessa, how are you?
What was I like? Hi, Vanessa. What was I like at school?
Yeah.
A twat, basically.
So
what was your nick? Nah, nothing's changed really. What was your nickname? What was my nickname? I had plenty of nicknames. Some of them, can I say on here?
Yeah.
Well, I was called, bit of a wanker now and again.
Okay.
Brownie was my nickname at school. People used to call me Brownie. Do I have any favourite subject?
Geography, obviously.
I liked art, but who doesn't like art? That was the lesson where you just mucked about for about an hour doing stuff. And I did like English. I like my English. I like reading. So yeah, I like the English. And that was it really, because I was hardly at school because I was busy at the arcade playing fruit machines and that when I should have been at school. What teacher inspired me? What teacher inspired, apart from the German teacher
Yeah.
with a stripper's pole? I've just got a image of her swirling around us. I had a teacher who was a locksmith as well, part-time. And he was a singer in a band. And he looked like Elvis. And I thought, I didn't find him inspiring. I just thought, he's a pretty cool guy, you know. He used to come in, when he looked like a member of Swaddy Waddy. He used to come in with his kind of like hair like that and his kind of like jacket on and that. And yeah, he used to get on with everybody. And I wouldn't say not any teacher inspired me, because I thought they were all a bunch of bastards, to be honest, apart from the German teacher. And so I was hardly at school anyway. My parents were screaming at me, "Oh, you really should go to school, you know." And you know, being about 15 or 16, you think to yourself, "What the hell do you know? You're just me parents. I know what I'm doing." And of course, I didn't. And I ended up just going to the fruit machines on the arcade on the seafront all the time. And I never went to school.
So, what age did you leave school at then? Or
I left early actually, because I had a job working with my dad at the time. I left at 16. Went back for me exams. I was actually, our year was the first ever year to do GCSEs at the time. So I went and done my exams. Really couldn't give a damn. I actually sat in the wrong exam. What about that? I sat in the wrong exam. I was supposed to have sat in history, but I ended up sitting in geography. But I thought, bugger this, I'm going to sit here and do it anyway. And that's exactly what I did. So I was a bit of an idiot at school, to be honest. I wish I could go back though and redo it, because then you start to realise as you get older you need your qualifications, didn't you? You know what I mean? In life.
So, what was your first job then out of school? What with your dad? Was it building?
I worked at a glass works. Used to cut glass. I used to go out delivering glass. Used to make sealed units. I worked there for 3 years. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. 3-string cigar box. Yeah, so I worked there for 3 years. My granddad, my dad, and me worked for the same company. So it was kind of like a family thing. So I worked there for 3 years. Really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good times. Good times. Learning a bit of a trade as well. It was great.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try this one then.
What's this one? What's this one? When was the last time you were rejected? What I mean rejected? Is that sound like a job interview or anything like that, or is it?
Take it however you want.
Rejected, or was that getting too drunk and going into a nightclub and getting thrown out? Because I've had that.
Okay.
Yeah, I go like, isn't it weird? Well, I found it very annoying. I had too much to drink one night, and we all went to this nightclub. Right, I was absolutely drunk, absolutely shit faced. Got to the door of this nightclub, and I paid. Was it a tenner? 11 quid to get into this nightclub. I paid the fella, right? On the door, there's a bouncer there. As soon as I paid him, I stepped through, and this bloke goes, "Oh, you're too drunk, get out." But he waited for me to pay him, pay a tenner to come in the door and chuck me out. Yeah, so I think that's more of a rejection, isn't it? Are these fishing questions? Am I buying kind in some communist county? What was the
Yeah.
rest of the question, sir? What's the rest of the question? What was the next one? Your first car. My first car was a Vauxhall Nova. A Vauxhall Nova. It was.
What year was it?
H. Don't know what year that was.
Absolutely nothing. We usually
I would
put the
say
actual year in the car.
19. I reckon about 95. 95, I think
Did
it
you
was.
crash it?
No. I passed first time, you see. And after 8 lessons as well, which I'm quite proud of, because I swear in my driving test, I kind of like sent the examiner to sleep. That was my plan. Send the examiner to sleep through boring conversation, and it worked. I think because he did. He must have fallen asleep because I went through a mini roundabout in 4th gear, so it must have worked. Then kind of like I braked hard when I got into the examining centre, and he kind of like jolted up, said, "Oh, you passed." All right, fair enough. Active duty in Alaska. It was a Chevy Impala bought for. I could not drive until snow was over 20 feet deep. Bloody hell!
Oh.
Crikey!
Different circumstances.
Yeah, definitely. What was the rest of that question? I can't remember now.
Any pet peeves?
Pet peeves and mobile phone.
Yeah.
First mobile phone, it was an Alcatel, and it was about that big, like that, and it was horrible. I can't remember how much I paid for it. Pet peeves. What pet peeves? What a pet?
You know pet peeves, sir.
No, I don't.
Things that annoy you. So, like someone saying, I don't know.
Things that annoy me. People
Yeah.
who don't indicate when they're turning in their cars, especially
They're
BMW
right
drivers. Especially BMW drivers.
But you drive a BMW.
No, I don't. Well, I wish I did. Yeah, people bad driving. I hate people who are bad drivers. Bloody hell! Stayed in Arctic for 5 years. Crikey, be frozen. That's a tough environment. That.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't remember.
Let's
Can't
go back.
remember.
Yeah, what else I said? I said something else in the question, didn't I?
Yeah.
I read these yesterday, so I can't remember.
When was the last time you were? Yeah, I know that we got. Yeah, we done that one.
We'll do this one then.
What's the next one?
Are you enjoying these, or you?
Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'll just, you know what it is. You're asking me questions, but I'm trying to. After this, I'll think, oh, I should have said this. I should have said that. You know what I mean? When did you know you're a grown up? When I knew I was a grown up, when I first saw I had pubes, I think. I was, you know, when you're at school, you're the first one to get pubes, and you go in the shower, and everybody's still bald as a coot, and all looking at you. Oh, he's got pubes. Yeah, how do you get them? And all that in the shower after school, after you played rugby, you know, and you're the first one to get pubes.
I used to go to shower with boys. No, that wasn't.
No, we used to. Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah. What's the best compliment you've ever received? That's a good one. Compliment I've ever received. I mean, I've had compliments where people have said, "Oh, you've inspired me to do beer reviews and stuff," which is always nice. I think that's the best compliment, really. You know.
What's the best compliment you've ever given, then?
Best compliment I've ever given.
Yeah.
Apart from complimenting the wife, of course.
Yeah, no, if you want to bring in the wife, you can.
Yeah, wow. Apart from that, I mean, I've complimented people who've inspired me. You know, over the years, you know, I've complimented loads of people who've inspired, especially this channel as well. There's other beer reviews out there who've inspired me. So for me, that's, you know, when you're doing this, it's nice to get a compliment for doing what you do, and it's nice to
Yeah,
pass that on to somebody else. And I think that's what makes it special, you know.
yeah, yeah. It help everyone. That's in this
Yeah,
game.
yeah. In this
No one
game, you
like
don't get, yeah, you don't become. What's your absolute dream job? Dream job. That's a good one. What would I be? Well, apart from working in a brewery or owning a brewery or being a managing director of a brewery, would be a dream job, wouldn't it? I
uh,
was thinking for a lot of people.
sitting on the Premier League team's bench as a sub player, getting paid 100,000 a week. Something like that would be my dream
Yeah,
job.
being like, yeah, being swapping places with Lionel Messi. There you go. That'd be a dream job. Being the best footballer in the world. That you wouldn't get much better than that, would it? Really? What's the last lie you told? The last lie I told. Now that's a good one. The last lie. I've 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 told some real stinkers over the years. Um, the last lie I told, I think, was when I was in the shop and I picked up something. I think it was a can of beer, actually. I picked up a can of beer and it didn't have a barcode on and it didn't have a price
Right.
tag on.
Okay.
And I think it was an imperial stout and it was about £8. So I go up to the till and I go, the woman behind the till goes, I don't know what price this is. What price was it? And I said, oh, it was about 150. So that's a bit of a lie, if you know what I mean. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I haven't tried. I did once. I bought this old, you know, them old kind of like brewing packs you used to get from Boots years ago. You know, where you just it's a bag. It was. You just pour water in it. It says just pour water in this bag. In a few days' time, you get fresh beer. No, you didn't. You just get a load of gunge. That's my nearest faraway into brewing. No, I haven't. No. What's your most embarrassing moment? I've had loads of embarrassing moments, to be honest. When I was at school, we all went to a bowling alley and went to this bowling alley like you do. Started to play bowls and that, and my fingers got stuck in the bowling ball like you do. So I went to throw it. I didn't realise my fingers were stuck. But I went to chuck this bowling ball down the alley and I flew down it. Terrible, halfway down the alley. And everyone, that's in front of the entire school as well, because everyone was looking at me. And I thought, crikey, what prat you are. I've had loads of embarrassing moments from being sick in a taxi, from kind of like, you know, the usual stuff, you know, getting absolutely drunk and usually drunk things, you know, like going into a children's playground on Eastbourne Seafront and nicking a big crocodile out of one of the paddling pools and taking it home, or nicking road signs and, you know.
So you're the one that nicks the road signs.
Yeah. Well, mate, he was a disco. He used to do discos for, you know, weddings and that. You remember these paraffin lights we used to flash at roadworks, you know?
Yeah.
I nicked a load of them, gave them to him. He used to put it around in his disco, these flashing lights and everything back in the day. What's your most, so last thing you Google. What did I Google the other day? What did I Google? What was that thing I Googled? I Googled, actually, because I'm going away, about all these forms you got to fill in for going abroad. You know, all these passenger locator forms that you got to fill in and everything. I googled that. Yeah, they look more complicated than I think. Going abroad these days, terrible.
What part of Spain are you going to?
Costa del Sol, as always. Then I'll do the beer reviews in the Belgian bars, like I do.
Okay. Questions.
If you stand in front, if you stand in front of your 16-year-old self, what advice would you give them? I would say, learn something at school. Take your head out of your arse and learn something. Stop mucking about at arcades and throwing money away. Stop nicking money from your parents and just go and do something. What's the weirdest thing I've done? The weirdest thing I've done is balance a dwarf on my feet. I was in Spain years ago and we had some dwarfs doing a show, eating fire and stuff. And they wanted a volunteer from the crowd. Well, they didn't want a volunteer. They chose me. So I go up. They wanted me to lie down on this bench and stick me arms in the air and me legs in the air. And I wanted to balance on me arms and balance on me legs. So I had these dwarfs balanced on me. And it buggered me back up because I was doing work this is the day before I was going to go back home. And I was doing work on that day after, and I buggered me back up. Couldn't move. Next day, I had to ring up work and say, "Oh, I can't come to work. I'm knacking me back up." "Oh, how did you knacker your back up?" "I was balancing a couple of dwarfs." Yeah, so that's a bit of a weird one. Definitely.
Yeah. Did they believe you?
No, they don't believe anything I say. So.
Okay.
How would my friends describe me in 3 words? Bloody stupid twat is one. 3 words. No, I'm quite generous. Actually, I'm quite generous. Quite thoughtful, to be honest. I do look. I do look out for people. What was your hardest goodbye in life? Been so far. Actually, saying goodbye to one of my cats because I woke up one morning, and found one of them dead, and it was terrible. I found one of my cats dead at the top of the stairs. So this was early in the morning. I scooped him up and took him into the woods and buried him. So that was hard. That upset me for a while. Do I believe in soulmates? Yes, I do. I think there is always somebody out there for somebody. I think there's always someone who will fit with you like a jigsaw puzzle, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's always someone there. There will be someone there. It's just sometimes, you don't realise it. Some people don't realise it, do they? That the someone, their soulmate, is right in front of them. If you know what I mean. Yeah, it is. It is for everyone, isn't it? It doesn't matter, It's whoever's close to you, who pulls the strings of your heart. It's whatever. It's always a wrench.
People have
no matter who it is.
Very close connection with.
Yeah, definitely. What would you change if I could? What would I change? I mean, I could be rational 1 minute and irrational the next. I'm a bit like John Cleese in 40 Towers. I can be really stupid and daft, and you know what I mean. But I can be rational the next minute. So I could become more rational. Would be nice to get more, sensible maybe. But then again, if I was more sensible, I wouldn't be as interesting, I think. What motivates me to work hard? Everybody, money. Money always motivates people. What makes me laugh the most? Anything really makes me laugh. It's kind of like a decent joke makes me laugh. Someone doing something stupid makes me laugh. I mean, there's loads of things what makes me laugh. Just people being thick makes me laugh. So there's lots of varied reasons why I laugh at anything. I'll just laugh. So yeah, I think for change about myself, it would be to try and be more level-headed, I suppose, in a way.
Yeah, what Shane's saying. Personally.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Everybody has a story to tell, haven't they? When it comes
Yeah.
to saying goodbye to somebody, it's part of growing up and part of life. We change as people as things develop like that. I think we always,
Yeah, well, if you're missing something out of your life,
yeah, it's part of growing up. I think when things happen like that, you start to change attitude towards people in your life as well. I think you start to appreciate people more as well.
because there's only one life and people are only around for once.
Yeah, so live it. Who would you want to be stranded with on a deserted island?
You don't have to say your wife if you don't want to.
Nah, well, who would I want to be stranded with? Crikey, who want to put up with me? You should be asking them. Someone who can cook, catch fish, grab the coconuts, and basically do all my cooking, feed me. I won't have to lift a finger. Someone who's
Bear
like
Grylls
that.
or something like that, then.
Yeah, basically someone who knows
Or
what they're
female
doing.
Bear Grylls, maybe.
Yeah, because someone who knows what they're doing, because I'll be absolutely useless on the deserted island, and I really would.
You see, I thought you were going to answer your German teacher, but
Well, German isn't really a useful language to have on a deserted island, is it? Really, you're not going to come along many Germans unless they put the beach towels down before you turn up. But I don't see many of them, would you?
it's not about the German you would be.
Yeah,
Breathing around.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's right, Shane. Yeah, massive set of woohoo.
So who would you bring to your deserted island then?
Who would I bring?
Yeah, come on. You haven't answered it.
I could bring the German teacher, I suppose.
Okay, German teacher.
Yeah,
We'll go with German teacher.
yeah. I'll bring the German teacher. Sorry, love. If money was no object, what would you do all day? I think, you know what I would do? If I had all the money in the world, I would do some good with it. I would change people's lives with it. I think there's too much greed in this world. I think there's too many people earning too much money and not doing enough with it. And I think it would be really good if people with loads of money just help people out, just put it back, if it's your local hospital or even an animal rescue or anything, just to kind of like, you look at a footballer, you look at his wages, you look how much money they are earning, and you think to yourself, you'll never ever spend it. So why don't you just, give it a charity or do some good with it? I think that's what I would do. I would spend my time and resources making good of it.
Okay, that's pretty noble. But I suppose at least the footballers are getting paid because there is big money in there now. That with TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, my hobbies.
Yeah.
Hey up. My hobbies, apart from drinking beer. Is that right?
Can you count beer reviewing?
Yeah, apart from beer reviewing, my hobbies. I like listening to music. I like reading. I like actually walking, going for a strut. I'm on the edge of the Yorkshire Dales. I like doing that. So anything like that. My favourite movie. Oh, that's a good one. My favourite movie. I mean, there's films I've watched which over the years which really kind of like pivotal films for me. So my favourite movie, I have to say, is it's going to be a weird one. Start all over, crikey.
It will be there on replay. We are an hour dead in, and
Hiya, Don. How you
he's
doing?
about to kill me with all these questions I've asked him.
No, I'm enjoying it, but my mind goes blank. That's all. So I don't know what questions I'm getting. My favourite movie, I would say, is Halloween.
Okay.
I like the first Halloween movie. I like the first. Am I a clean or messy person? I'm a messy person. I'm terrible. I'm absolutely. Yeah. Good point, Shane. See, why have so much money which you can't do anything with it? Do some good with it, you know?
Well, you've got Rashford at United there who did the thing with the school meals in England.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I think lots more people should do that. They should. If you're earning a lot of money, then you're not going to need it.
Has a couple of charities. I know he's a billionaire, but he's given something back.
Yeah, it's great. I think more people. Brief encounter. Oh,
thanks, Alan. Really appreciate it.
Cheers, Alan. I'm glad you're finding me.
I'm
glad you're finding me interesting.
I'm glad they're finding me interested. Okay, we'll go on to this one. Alan is a true legend. He's been here since the start doing these, and the live I done with him is pretty good. He has a new channel. Go subscribe. I'm not sure he's uploaded a video to it yet. Or check out his Instagram. His Instagram is brilliant.
Yeah, check him out. What's your favourite family tradition? Well, that's bacon sandwich Sunday morning. Every Sunday morning. That's a tradition, that is, my household. Bacon sandwich every Sunday morning.
Okay.
Favourite childhood
vegan bacon, I'm guessing.
Huh?
Vegan bacon, I'm guessing.
No. Proper bacon with black pudding.
And I'm hoping it's proper black pudding with blood.
Well, it's black. It's black. It's black enough for me. That's black pudding.
So it has to be proper.
Yeah. Favourite childhood memory of disco. Favourite childhood memory is
yourself.
Favourite childhood memory was for me going prawning and fishing with my dad. Actually, I used to get up early at the weekends. And I lived near a place called Beachy Head, which is a cliff, and you might be familiar with Beachy Head. But we used to go at the bottom of these cliffs. There used to be big gullies of water, and we used to get up early and go prawning, put the nets in and go prawning. We used to do that quite often on a Sunday, about 4 o'clock in the morning. We used to go out and see the sun come up. Yeah. It's lovely. I've been good boy. What's your? Done that. Answered that one.
There we go. We're getting to the end of them. They're nearly gone. Don't worry.
No, I'm enjoying it. Is your glass half full or half empty? Definitely half full. If you asked me that 10 years ago, I would have said half empty, but you change as a person. So it's definitely half full. Do you collect anything? Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Do I collect anything? I used to collect bottle tops. That's what I used to. No, because collecting now is seen as hoarding, isn't it? When you see all these people on the TV programs with their house kind of like open the door of the house, it's kind of, yeah, I know. Yeah, that German teacher. Yeah, so collecting is like hoarding, isn't it? So I don't really collect anything.
What did you do with all your bottle tops then? You just throw them away?
No, I've got a locker at me work, and I just covered them in my locker at work. All these bottle tops. Pity isn't money. Pity you can't spend it like money. Bottle tops. Go to a shop. Spend it like money. Introvert, extrovert. I'm a bit of both, really. I'm a bit of an introvert and an extrovert. I can be both. That makes sense.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, depending
No,
on the
that's-
mood I'm in.
Yeah. Here we go.
What's the craziest thing you've done in the name of love? Oh God. What have I done in the crazy? What have I done? What Mrs. Brown would say, what's the most stupid thing I've done in the name of love? What have I done? I'm trying to think of some crazy things I've done. Love. I've done some crazy things, but I don't think I've done it in the name of love. I mean, I've done some silly things over the years. In the name of love, I don't think I've done anything in the name of love. The craziest thing I've done, craziest thing I've done. I can't think of anything. I must have done something
Poor
stupid.
Mrs. Brown.
Aye, the craziest thing I've done, most probably in the name of love, was get married. There you go.
So you're crazy to get married, then, were you?
Most probably, yeah.
She's not going to watch this back anyhow.
She'll kill me. She'll kill me for that. She would. She'll throttle me for that one.
What's the craziest thing you've done then? You said you've done crazy things. What's the craziest you've done?
Stupid things I've done. Also, we had the crocodile incident from the local kids water park. I've nicked that, took that home with me, slept with it on my bed. Like you do. Then I've that time I was drinking with my friends outside a pub once, and there's a stray dog. Okay.
Just can't go off.
And a police car pulled up outside this pub where I was drinking. And these police went in. And I saw this dog and I saw the police car. And I saw the police car and I saw the dog. So I untied it from the lamppost and basically I tied it to the back of the police car. The coppers came out. They didn't realise the dog was at the back of the car. They got in the car. They drove off, and the dog started yelping. They stopped. They got out of the car and saw that some silly bastard called me tied a dog to the back of a police car. So they came over asking which one of us did it, and obviously none of us were going to say that we did it. But I suppose that's a bit of a crazy thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, she will. Yeah.
But it's an hour in, and we'll ask a long question this time.
What 3 items would you take with you on a deserted island? If you had a warning label, what would you'll say? What's your biggest fear? What's been your most embarrassing moment? Well, my biggest fear is heights. Don't like heights. Or high ceilings. You know, if you go into a cathedral or something like that, and you look up and you look at the eaves, I get all giddy doing that. I go. So heights is a thing with me, definitely. Is a fear. I'd also fear enclosed spaces to a degree. I'm slightly claustrophobic. You know, you see these people going caving and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, yeah, I couldn't do that. So I would say that kind of heights and enclosed spaces. What was the rest of the question?
Oh, sorry. Here we go.
What 3 items would you take with you on a deserted island? I will take a perfect draft with endless amount of perfect draft kegs for starters. And I would take also a dartboard. So I play a bit of darts and drink loads of perfect draft on my endless amount of perfect draft kegs on the deserted island.
You have no electric, so you won't be able to use your perfect draft machine. Sorry.
This will be solar powered.
You forgot to mention that.
Yeah. Well, it looks like I'm knackered then, isn't it? So I'll have all this beer I can't open or can't use. Yeah. So that's bugger. If I had a warning label on,
sorry,
what's the warning? Yeah, if I had a warning label on, what would you say? And it said, don't talk to him, for starters. Don't touch. Ignore, basically. That's my warning label. Don't talk to him. Don't touch. Ignore. My we've done the weaknesses. Yeah, biggest fear. What's been your most embarrassing moment? There's been loads of embarrassing moments over the years doing stupid stuff. I got down on one knee and proposed to my partner in the middle of the street. Oh, that's a bit.
Well done.
Well done. Well done. Do you fear running out of bit? Yeah, I do, but I would have though, because I've come up with an idea of a perfect draft, which I can't use on a desert island because I haven't got any electricity. Oh yeah, of course I would. She can carry the perfect draft. She can change the kegs, but they'll be useless because I can't use it. I would take a blow-up doll, a never-ending a blow-up doll.
What'd you do with a blow-up doll?
Yeah. Yeah. What would you do with a blow-up doll?
Yeah, you're going to have to tell us more about that. I'm confused.
Yeah, tell us more about that one.
I suppose you could use it as a floater and get out of the island, I suppose, something like that, is it? Or...
Well, you could have a blow-up sheep, couldn't he? Because you've seen the blow-up sheeps as well, can't you?
Whatever you're into yourself, JD.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's a blow-up doll. That's a strange one, that. What's the best present I've ever received? Well, I've still got it, and it's upstairs in the loft, and it's a Commodore 64. Have you heard of a Commodore 64?
No.
Home computer, is it? How old are you?
35.
Oh, a bit before your time. Well, back in the old days, before the Xbox and the PlayStation, we had things called the Commodore 64 or the Sinclair Spectrum. Very blocky graphics, very blocky, but they were good fun. And when I got it when I was a kid, I thought it was the best present ever.
Yeah,
still do.
First thing we got was a Armstrong computer. It was like a PC, but you could play games on it and all that. But it took tapes, actual.
Yes, the CPC 464. I remember it. I'm a bit of a geeky when it comes to the old 8-bit computers. Did you have the green monitor or the coloured monitor?
The green one, the black and white.
Yeah, the green one, yeah, the cheaper one. Yeah, I remember that.
It was actually quite good. I thought.
Yeah, he needs to put. Was it? We don't need blow up sheep. Trust me. My little sister had one. What, a blow up doll or Commodore or Amstrad?
Okay. I'm sorry, I got lost behind these comments.
Yes, that's right, Al. Yeah, it was. Cracking computer. ZX Spectrum. Yeah, do you remember that one? ZX Spectrum?
I've heard of it. I don't remember. I can't.
The BBC computer used to have at school. It was a great big thing. It was great big monitor on it. great big blocky graphics. Yeah, he's still a young pup, isn't he, Thomas?
Yeah, my body doesn't feel that. Trust me.
No,
I have to get with lots of setup, glue.
that's right. The loading
bolts.
tape deck used to put the game in. Oh,
Yeah.
Amiga, that's too modern for me. The Amiga, way too modern for me. Yeah, Commodore was good. It was. Oh God, I do apologise for making you choke on your vape. Just let a cat in. Come on, coming in. Come on.
Okay, here we go. Last bunch of questions. Here we go.
Right, here we go. What was your first job? All right? My first job was cleaning trucks. I used to clean trucks. I used to get hose pipe and clean trucks for a company every Saturday for about £6. I used to just clean vehicles for this company where I lived. The most famous person I've met a few famous people actually. Paul Daniels I met once in WH Smith. Michael Aspel, you remember Michael Aspel?
Yeah.
Yeah, met him. Who else have I met? I've drunk with a band called Little Angels. There used to be a band called Little Angels back in early 90s. They were at the Radio 1 Roadshow. If you remember, Radio 1 did a roadshow. And I drunk with them. Had a conversation with Little Angels. So I've met a few famous people. If you could pick up a new skill in an instant, what would it be? A new skill. Learn how to cook would be good, I think. Learning to do something like that would be quite sufficient for me. Learning how to feed myself would be a good idea. It's important that you learn how to feed yourself, boys and girls, because obviously if you don't feed yourself, you will starve to death. So I think that would be a good one. Who is someone who you really admire? Who do I admire? Apart from myself, of course. There's quite a few people who I do admire. It's usually the people who there's this vet on TV who it's called Noel Fitzpatrick. I don't know if you've ever heard of this fella.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
I admire him. I think he's very clever what he does, and he's very dedicated. So I would say he'll be what person I would admire the most, really, because I think he's very dedicated and he's very clever. Like I say, what's your earliest memo? Memo?
I'm sorry, there should be memory.
Memory? Earliest memory.
It was too long. It's too technical.
Yeah, and what made you smile recently? What made me smile recently, I have to say, actually doing the live with Dean last Sunday actually made me smile, because it was 6 years until we did something, so that made me smile. My earliest memory, crikey, I think it was throwing a tantrum in a freezer store at my mother. She didn't buy the lollipops that I wanted, so I threw a tantrum in the middle of the store. I think that was my earliest memory.
Okay, I'm going through some of these comments.
Yeah. Paul Daniels. Yeah, he was all right. Nice bloke, actually. Paul Daniels. He was all right. He was bless him. He was all right. Yeah. Yeah. He was. Yeah. Did ya? Yeah. No. Great lads. Actually, Little Angels. Mine was cleaning the clock on the docks building in the docks in Wales. It's always on the pics of Cardiff. I'll have a look at that. I've very rarely been to Wales. Actually, I've only been twice in my life, so I'd have to have a look at that. Not familiar with Wales, really. I'd like to visit Cardiff, though. looks a good, vibrant type of city.
Yeah, Wales seems a pretty cool place. Never been, so
Yeah,
maybe
I would like
someday.
to go there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've all them questions out of the document. Yeah, I've all them done. Yeah, I don't know what to say to you. We've been
No,
on an
don't.
hour and a half. I've asked you all the stupid questions I could think of. So, what's coming up on your channel? What beers have you coming up? What breweries?
I'm spending more time reviewing local beers now. I'm starting to not really bother with the supermarkets as much now. I've just not. It's been the past few weeks. I've just got. I said to Dean last week, going back to basics now. I'm going back to the old fashioned beers, the beers what made me do this in the first place, and I'm enjoying it now. Um, yeah, I know Toby does. Yeah, he's a guy. He's a lovely bloke, him Toby. Also, I can't remember his name. Mark Plunkett. I remember meeting him as well. He's a nice bloke. Yeah, so I'm going back to doing the stuff which going back to basics really, getting the ales in because I think it's more important that I start to fall in love with more of the traditional stuff. We can get carried away with craft stuff, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What would you consider local then? How far away from you is local?
Within a radius of 20 mile.
So that would leave what? That would leave what, two, maybe three breweries for me? 20 miles?
I will have about 12.
Yeah. And
That's
I'm pushing it at that.
That's Seaxton's, Black Sheep, Durham, Steam Machine, Richmond, Yorkshire Dales. Got we got Hamilton Ales. We got Saints Row Brewing. We got S43. There's tons up here.
Yeah, well, we say I have O'Hara's, which I drunk there.
Yeah.
And then there's Crossroads and Sullivan's there in Kilkenny City. That's like,
yeah,
that's more than 20 miles.
Yeah.
So I live in the middle of nowhere.
That's not wrong with that. It won't annoy your neighbours.
My neighbours are used to me.
Yeah, that's right, Don. Yorkshire has some great breweries. In fact, I think Yorkshire has some of the best breweries in the UK. I think there's such a high concentration of great breweries and brewing traditions in Yorkshire. It's fantastic. It's very much a brewing mecca, really, I think.
So if I was coming to the UK and I was coming on a beer trip, it'd be to Yorkshire then?
Yeah. You can definitely get in touch with me. I'll meet you for a beer.
Hopefully more than one beer now.
Oh, well, maybe. Well, you never go out for one beer, do you? It's so years ago. Oh, I'm just popping to the post office to post a letter. I'm just gonna have a beer on the way home, and you end up spending all afternoon at the pub and that. You never have one beer. Yeah, exactly. You have more than just the one, if you know what I mean. Definitely.
So is there any breweries I should look out then from Yorkshire? Not that I'd probably get to Ireland, but that are coming out of Yorkshire and going national, we'll say, in the UK?
I mean, I can rattle off so many names in Yorkshire. You know, Vocation Brewery is in Yorkshire. You got Little Critters in Yorkshire, which got Atom Beers in Yorkshire. What are the best beer shops to visit in York? Well, there's a Trembling Madness in York. You won't be able to not go to York without going to Trembling Madness. They've got two beer shops in York. One's up near the Minster, the other one's a little bit further down. They've got the Shambles Ale House as well. in York, which is fantastic. There's tons of craft beer pubs in York. It's fantastic. I went for one night and I had 6. Yeah, exactly.
You believe us?
Brew York,
York.
yeah, that's another one. Yeah, Brew York's just on the outs. Well, Brew York is located. The old brewery is still there. It is in York City Centre, Brew York. And I think they've just built a new brewery on the outskirts of York as well. So that's worth visiting as well, Shane. If you ask, it's hard to explain where it is in York, but when you get to York, just ask about for it, and people will be able to tell you where it is.
Our Google Maps.
Yeah, it's 12 o'clock. He opens. Does a good burger as well.
I see.
Not too familiar with the Queen's Hotel in York, to be honest. I'm not too familiar with any of the hotels in York. But if you're near the centre on the river, it's not that far to Brew York, and it's not too far to the beer shops either. So it's a good day out, York.
Hi, PA. How you doing?
Hi, PA. How you doing? Fantastic
So,
artist, isn't he? This fella. He's a good artist. He's good at painting.
I haven't seen his paintings. His beer reviews are excellent.
Yeah, beer reviews excellent. His painting's good as well. Very good.
So, getting back to your channel, do you know what your top viewed video is?
Yes. Out of everything I've done, it has to be that beer, hasn't it? I don't get big viewing figures on my channel, considering how long I've been doing it. I haven't got really big viewing figures, but the biggest one is the special brew
from Carlsberg.
Yes.
How many views is that?
I think it's about 4K now. Is it 4?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, it's about 4K.
Oh yeah, again, if anyone hasn't subscribed to JD, but everyone probably has here, his link should be at the top of the comments somewhere up here, wherever.
Somewhere up there, down there. Yeah, I've never.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
How many views? Yeah, and total on your channel do you have?
Oh, I must be close to 200,000. Am I? Am I getting near that?
196. 600.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the biggest channel for the amount of years I've been doing it, but I do it for the beer, really.
And then we've already said about that you dedicated your channel to a beer tuber who has passed away, sadly, Bear Goggles.
Yeah, it's important that I did do that, because without him, I wouldn't be here doing it. So I wear my heart on my sleeve, you know. Without watching him, there's no way I'll be doing this. So, you know, I just thought it'll be a good thing. It's a good thing to do, just to recognise, you know, the influence he has had on me. So I dedicated it to him. It's the first thing I thought when I heard the news, really.
Yeah, because when I started watching videos, I think he was kind of gone. Like his channel wasn't as much active, so I never really got into him.
No, because it was a generation before. He was part of the first generation before you came along. So you'd be watching the new guys, wouldn't you? You'd be watching what I call the new guys.
I watched a lot of beer channels, so I would have.
Yeah, so you might have missed him. Yeah, you most probably, because he hasn't been active. You most probably missed him that way.
Yeah, but, it wasn't active, or there's a few people who I just didn't get, so whatever, they're different style.
Yeah, but it's sometimes nice to look at the old fellas, you know.
Yeah.
To look at the first wave. Yeah. They
didn't the hype and this thing about getting monetized and views and.
No, that's something which I'm not really fussed about. That's why I do it, because I like doing it. I'm not fussed about the views or or the monetization. You know, I'm not going to be a millionaire doing it. It's not what I'm about. It's just having a bit of a laugh.
Well, no
Yeah.
beer reviewing anyhow. You're not going to get a beer
No.
channel's not going to get to that.
No,
I'm
not fussed. It's just nice to meet people. It's just nice to talk to people.
I suppose.
Thank you, Shane, for that. Cheers. Yeah, I've been told that many a time.
I suppose getting back to more like social media, I suppose one thing that is good for people who are into different things like beer or different hobbies.
Yeah.
That we have this outlet that we can all get together. Like, cause if we didn't have this, I wouldn't be able to meet you guys or know.
No, it's a good thing. I mean, I haven't done many live stuff over the years. In fact, this first year since I got involved with Spice and Easy, it's the first time I've embraced the live thing, and I'm kicking myself because I should have done this years ago, but now I'm doing it. I really, really am enjoying it. It's nice meeting people like you and everybody else. It's just cracking.
Yeah. Well, I suppose kind of during the lockdown, you used to do our Saturdays and your lives, your kind of solo lives, which you used to go.
Yeah, it's just that was a progression, I suppose, than before just going live. It's just trying to get the confidence up to do a live stuff.
Yeah. Because
I know, Shane. I need the sculling. Definitely, they'll Terry K sculling.
Hi, Craig. How you doing?
Hi, Craig. How you doing?
You're a legend of YouTube beer, definitely.
Yeah,
Craig.
he is. He's been doing it a long time. Yeah.
Him and the Raggy there at Robin Hood last week.
Yeah, they're all nice fellas in this game, you know.
Yeah.
They're all laid back people. You can, you know, it's just, you know, it's nice. It's a good community to be part of, the beer community. And you know, since I've been doing these more live stuff, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. You start to get your confidence up, break the ice, and you get to meet people. It's cracking, really.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it definitely is. Especially since I've been doing kind of these lives or asking people questions. No one's really refused, and everyone's very accommodating. And
no, we love it, really. We all love it, really. We definitely all love it.
So suppose I've been talking to you, what is it, an hour and 42 minutes?
Yeah.
You have any questions for me that I won't answer? But
no, I think what we'll say to you is that I absolutely admire your dedication to the beer community, because this thing, what you're doing now, is fantastic. It really is. I hope you carry on doing these interviews, because I think it's a brilliant original way of getting to know people. I think it's a really good idea you've got, and I hope you carry on with it. And it's, I mean, it's I have to say, it's great. It's been great talking to you. It really is. And you're more than welcome to kind of like call me up if you're in Yorkshire. Definitely. You know what I mean? Hit me up for a couple of beers, but it's fantastic that the way you I don't know how you do it. You get around everywhere. You're on everybody's video. It's fantastic. But it's great because I know I appreciate your support, and I know that lots of people appreciate your support. So that's coming from me. So thank you for supporting us. That's all I can say. It's a pleasure. It really is. Really is.
I think we'll say thank you to everyone who has watched. Thanks to all
I've totally agreed. Thank you, everybody. He's a that way. He's a lovely bloke, this Thomas. Subscribe to him, definitely.
Yeah, and we will hit the goodbye button, and we will see you next week. Or well, I'll see you next week if I get dragged someone in. And cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Button.